Hello and welcome again to Talks in the Park. Today we are going to talk a little bit about this tendency we have to blame everything and to blame that which is outside of us and to see ourselves as pure innocent doves and angels of righteousness, which, let me tell you, we are not. So we talk about the big corporations, the big pharma, the big government, and so forth. But we don't realize that it is us who are putting this power in place. It is us, the creators of this vision that we are seeing. Okay, just let's go with the first example. Now, before, for example, London was packed with beautiful cafes, small cafes of people, really some really good and unique stuff. Still, there are many, but only a small percentage to that which used to be. Now it's just what, four, five at the very most, main companies that own all the domestic, all the leisure places, where you can have food, where you can have coffee. They're all the same companies wherever you go. Now, I was going with a couple of friends who they were going on and on about the big corporations, the big pharma, the big state, and da 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 da. And I said, "Oh, that's a quaint little coffee there." I was a small Arab coffee. I said, "Why don't we go and sit there?" And my friend said, "Oh, no, 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 no. I want to go with Starbucks. They really make good stuff." So I thought, okay, nothing against that, but I thought, you just said that you are against the big corporations and they are taking over our lives, yet that's where you go and spend your money. How many times, I've heard people say that, no, 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 let's go to so and so, their coffee is better, and sometimes it is not. Let me give you another example. During the Gulf War, that was what, in 1991, something like that. A friend of mine, fairly wealthy friend, he just kept harping on, it's all about petrol, it's all about petrol. Oh, they're doing that just about for the petrol, the petrol, the petrol. All right. Then the day after, I see him in his house and he points into his leeway to the house a beautiful new car, BMW. And he goes, don't you think it's fantastic? And the plates had his name on it, personalized plates. And I'm not kidding, that's what he said. He says, I've just burned 3,000 miles, man, in the last 2, 3 days, because it's like I couldn't stop. I love it. And I went, mate, so they fought that war for you, you know, because you are burning all the petrol, you know, and then you are complaining that there is a war because of you, because of their interest. Yeah, but there are interests which are being fed by your insatiable thirst for burning petrol. So we are also favoring the big companies when we are unduly greedy, when we just want more and more and more and possess and possess and possess something that we don't need just because it's the latest this or the latest that, you see. And when we only buy from the big companies online, so we don't support the little enterprise. So before you attack and you talk about, the big interests, the big this, the big that, just think a little bit, what does your life represent? Oh, the big pharma this, the big pharma that. You eat fat, high salt, you get high blood pressure, you go and get pills for high blood pressure from the big pharma, that you so much despise. So why don't you instead eat less salt, less fat, go for a run every day, and you won't need, or learn about alternative treatments. And I'm not saying, by the way, you can treat everything through natural medicine. I'm a practitioner of that field, and there are limitations, of course. So no, I'm not saying that. Uh, but I'm saying lead a life that truly can take us away from those powers and to do something which is more in tune with the people, with their creativity. I remember when I came to London 40 years ago and I went to a beautiful street, King's Road. It was full of small shops, very creative shops, people that would travel worldwide, buy things, come back to London and sell them. Shops with artisan creativity, people that would create their own goods, their own clothes, their own creams. And it was beautiful. Now it's just 6, 7 big chains, that buy it. It's just a small group of firms. They truly are taking over the world. But my dear, it's up to you to stop it. But you're not going to stop it if you behave in a certain way, because then they are there because of you. Thanks for listening, and to the next Talk in the Park.